Many people believe in a simple promise. If you work hard, you will succeed. If you show up early and stay late, you will become wealthy. This idea feels fair. It feels right. We see stories of it everywhere. Yet, if we look around, we see a different reality. We see our friends, we see our family, maybe even ourselves, working tirelessly. They are dedicated. They are responsible. They pour their energy into their jobs day after day. But financial freedom remains a distant dream. They still worry about bills, living from one paycheck to the next. The truth is that our financial system is not built to reward hard work alone. It is built to reward something else entirely. They are playing a game but may not fully understand the rules, running hard but not moving forward in wealth. Understanding this is not about being cynical or giving up. It is about opening your eyes to how money truly works. It is the first and most critical step toward changing your own financial story and finally getting off the treadmill for good. This essay is about those rules. It is about the harsh but honest truth that your job, no matter how hard you work at it, is unlikely to make you rich by itself. We will explore the fundamental difference between earning a wage and building wealth. We will look at why the system rewards ownership far more than it rewards labor. Most importantly, we will outline calm, steady, practical steps to move from being just a hard worker to being an owner. The goal is not to discourage you, but to empower you with a clear map to a different destination. The journey to financial security is not about luck or genius. It is available to anyone willing to learn a different way of thinking about money. It requires shifting your focus from simply earning more to owning more. It asks for patience and consistency over intensity. The vast majority of people earn their living through a simple exchange. You give your employer time, effort. In return, your employer gives you money. This could be an hourly wage or a monthly salary. This model is the backbone of our economy. Honest and necessary. It allows society to function. But when it comes to building personal wealth, this model has a fundamental limitation. The limitation is time. There are only 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week. You can only work so many hours. Once you reach the maximum, your ability to earn more hits a hard wall. You can ask for a raise. You might get one. You could get a promotion. But increases are often small and incremental. They rarely provide exponential growth that leads to true wealth. Even the highest paid professionals are limited by patience or cases. They still trade time for money, just at a higher rate. This is the core difference between being rich and having a high income. If work stops, income stops. Wealth is different. Wealth is about owning things that make money for you, independent of your time. An owner earns while on vacation, collects rent while they sleep, receives dividends without lifting a finger. This is not a moral judgment. It is a mechanical reality of our economic system. Your job provides cash flow to live and the seed money to start investing. See your job as a tool for generating initial capital, not the final destination. If you only focus on working harder, you may never cross to the ownership side where real wealth is built. Our economic system is designed to reward capital, money, and assets that create more money. Business owners, investors, landlords reap the greatest rewards. This is not a conspiracy. It is how capitalism works. Risk capital to start or buy a company, and you are rewarded if it succeeds and grows. Employees may get a small raise. Owners capture the growth. Wealth scales with assets, not hours. So, what are these assets that work for you? An asset is something you own that can generate income or grow in value. A liability costs you money: car loans, credit card debt. For most people, the three accessible engines of wealth are businesses, real estate, and stocks. Each works differently, but all can make money without your direct hourly involvement. When you own a business, you own a system that sells a product or service, from a local coffee shop to a global software company. Owners are entitled to profits, and a business can grow far beyond one person's time. Real estate: buy property, rent it out, cover mortgage, taxes, maintenance. The leftover is cash flow. Properties can also appreciate, giving income now and potential profit later. Stocks are tiny ownership pieces of companies. As profits grow, your ownership can rise in value, and some pay dividends. For most, low-cost index funds provide broad diversification, owning a slice of hundreds or thousands of companies. This diversifies risk and lets you own the market. To truly understand ownership, let us imagine two financial lives over 30 years. Sarah and Ben start with the same job and salary, both diligent and responsible, but make different choices. Their paths slowly drift apart until the gap becomes a chasm. Sarah follows the conventional path. As income grows, so does spending. Lifestyle expands. She saves a little, but remains a few months from trouble if the job ends. Most income is consumed by lifestyle. Decades later, a house, some savings, no assets that pay her. Ben works hard too, lives on less than he earns, and invests most of his raises instead of upgrading. He buys assets, index funds first, then a small rental when ready. Cash flow appears and he reinvests it. Over decades, the difference becomes staggering. His assets cover his life. So, that is the tale of two paths. The small leaks that sink big ships, escaping the spending cycle. Lifestyle inflation makes spending rise with income. A raise arrives, the car gets pricier. More pay becomes more fixed costs. You work harder to stand still. Savings stay low or non-existent. High income, low resilience. One shock turns comfort into crisis. Be intentional. Make a plan for new income before it shows up. Decide to save and invest a set portion, perhaps 50% or more. Enjoy a small upgrade while funding future wealth. It is about paying your future self first. Every dollar not spent on depreciating goods can buy an appreciating asset. Delay a little gratification today for massive freedom tomorrow. The first brick. Practical steps to begin your foundation. Wealth can feel overwhelming, reserved for experts or the already wealthy. In reality, it begins with one small step and a clear plan. Tiny, consistent contributions compound over time. First, learn where your money goes. Track every dollar for a month. Use a notebook, a spreadsheet, or a simple app. This is data, not judgment. Review and create a gap between income and expenses. Your savings rate. Start small, 5%, or even 1%. The habit matters most. Automate a transfer the day you get paid. Cornerstone of wealth building. Build an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of essentials. Then direct savings into assets. Regularly buy a low-cost broad market index fund. So just begin. Navigating the waters. Risk and mindset. Investing involves risk. There is no reward without it. Stocks fall, rentals sit vacant, businesses can fail. But playing too safe has risk too. Inflation erodes idle cash. Manage risk by diversifying. Broad index funds spread across many companies. As you grow, diversify across asset classes so one downturn does not wipe you out. The biggest mistakes are emotional. Panic selling lows, chasing peaks. Adopt a long-term view. Keep investing through ups and downs. Wealth is built over years by consistent, unexciting progress. Ignore the daily noise and quick schemes. Think like a farmer. Cultivate assets. Give them time. Trust compounding. Stay the course. The power of today. Your first step toward a different future. We have covered a hard truth. Working hard at your job is not a reliable path to wealth. The system rewards ownership, not just effort. We have explored the engines of wealth. We have contrasted the spender with the owner and mapped simple steps. What will you do with this knowledge today? The gap between knowing and doing is where most people falter. Your future is the sum of small, daily choices. Track your spending, set up automatic savings, read about investing. Do not scroll social media. Each small action is a vote for a different future. Do not compare your beginning to someone else's middle. If all you can save is $20, start with 20. Starting matters most. Your work is noble. Now, work smart with your money. Save, invest, own. Your future self is counting on you. The time is now. Begin.